if the word is doors, they just put DRS. And I'm like, the Department of Rehabilitation Services?
Is that what you think they're referring to?
Like, I don't,
Open the
because I,
DRS.
that, Knock Yourself Out by Jadakiss is a love song.
Is a love song? Is a love
Yeah.
song? That the DEA actually called. Because what if he would have been like, put it on speaker? Which I would have.
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Crazy.
Like, if they tell her to put this phone on speaker, they feel.
All right.
Yo, this is BZB. Thank you so much for checking out another episode of the No Cap Recap podcast, brought to you by the Pod and Color Network.
What up, though? Welcome to another episode of the No Cap Recap Pod. This is BZB. Why does it seem like it catches you off guard every single time?
Wait, this real?
Yeah, girl. You on the No Cap Recap podcast, girl.
No, that was abrupt, and I was not ready. Hey, y'all. Hi.
What up?
I'm
okay. We got Nate here. We got BZB, and I'm not from Chicago Heights. No matter what they say on TikTok, because they still light me up. They like he can't be from Chicago. He had a curfew. He was not in the juke parties. It's like everything in there. I'm like, dang.
I'm not even gonna tell them the rest of what I know, but you was not outside in the 90s.
In the 90s? How you know I wasn't outside in the 90s? How you know?
Cause I know you. I know where you was born. I know your mama.
Okay. Anyway, welcome to another episode of No Cap Recap Podcast, man. Like I said, I'm BZB.
We back.
Yeah, we got it right. We back, and we got Nate here. Man, we are excited to go through another episode of Euphoria. That's what we're covering tonight, episodes 3 and 4. We were talking a little bit offline. It's a little bit of a rough watch. A woof watch.
A woof.
It's a little bit of a woof watch. I wanted some ribs yesterday. I was like, oh, I want some ribs, and I was like,
Daffy Duck.
Right.
What's going on?
I could really go for some ribs right now. Right, exactly. Anyway, it's a little bit of a rough watch. I feel like for me, I'm only kind of invested because I was watching the other seasons during the pandemic and and before the pandemic, etc. And I need to see kind of how it's going to end. Really, do you feel the same way, Dan?
I do feel like it's picked up because the first 2 episodes, I felt like it was dragging. Now, at least we got a little bit more action going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think internally I'm battling with, weirdly enough, the show has never been clean, right? But like some of the stuff, I'm like, this is going far for me. I don't know. Maybe it's age, or I'm just not in the same place anymore with it, but I'm gonna stick beside it because we here now. But yeah, it's getting weird.
Yeah, it's getting kind of weird.
Weirder.
Yeah, weirder. It's getting a little weirder. All right, yeah. Well, before we get into Euphoria episode 3 and 4, we gotta talk about the weekends because Summertime Shy is coming up. Not yet though. But tomorrow gonna be like 53. Today was really nice. Today was a really nice day. But then
it just dumped crazy rain out of nowhere. But
yeah, I was at somebody else's house, and I was like, okay, well, y'all, I'm about to tip my hat, about to get up out of here, and literally torrential rain. I'm like,
yeah.
And I had flip flops.
You sent me that voice note earlier. I'm like, dang, I could hear the rain beating on your car.
Right. But they was like, I mean, you want to stay for a couple beers or something? I said, I want to go home. I want to be home.
Actually, I'm going home. No,
right.
I feel you on that.
That's funny.
No, but I almost set the house on fire this weekend. It didn't happen, but it was not good. Long story short, to warm
up some chips and cheese in the microwave or something?
I wasn't cooking. I didn't put no foil in the microwave or anything like that. So Friday, again, springtime Shy, it was cold. It was like need a coat cold on Friday. And so I was like, I'm gonna bring out my space heater. Got the space heater, so I'm in the living room, chilling, laptop on my lap, sitting there watching TV. I had dozed off. And let me just give you the setup. So there's the wall plug. Okay. I had a surge protector plugged into the wall. Mm-hmm. And then I had and don't laugh. Please don't judge me. There was a lapse of judgment here. So I had surge protector into the wall, extension cord into the surge protector. And then surge protector was double-sided. Extension cord was double-sided. I had my computer charger and the space heater plugged into that.
Were you trying to make a campfire?
I was not. I wasn't trying to do a thing but warm up. And usually, anytime I use a space heater, it's usually plugged into the wall. This time, I was in the living room, whatever. So I'm just sitting there, and I had dozed off. I was watching that Hulk Hogan doc.
I refuse. I refuse.
You probably shouldn't. They didn't really get to the stuff. But anyway, I'm sitting there watching that, and I dozed off. And the Lord be speaking. I think the Lord speaks to me through fire, but I will talk about that another time. So
knowing what I know about you, that's a crazy statement.
No, for real. Literally. So I had woke up maybe like literally a minute before. I hear pop, pop, pop. I'm like, still not knowing, not thinking, right? I don't know if I was still half asleep.
Right.
Then the smell come like burnt. So I'm like looking at I see the smoke coming from it wasn't the couch, coming from the plug where everything was plugged up. And of course my mind goes to like save my laptop, right? So I like snatched that out and didn't get the other one out, but like I could see the cord like singeing like browning. And the smell, like if I truly was asleep, the smell would have woke me up. That's how strong it was. Yeah. And I got it unplugged and I separated everything. And I was like, I'm gonna just go to the back. Like I was in the living room. I was like, I'm gonna just go to my room.
Yeah.
It's enough. Long story short, the outlet is done. The outlet is done for. The space heater's still sitting right here. I can see it. I ain't plugged it back in because I'm scared.
I know you're scared.
Yeah. My partner was like, don't touch nothing. Don't touch nothing. I'll be home. I'll look at it. He was like, yeah, this got to go in the garbage. This got to go in the garbage. So, I'm safe. I was worried about my dog getting in the mix of that, but he didn't. And, like the lesson learned here, don't be plugging a whole bunch of stuff up in them cords because they ain't equipped for it. They not equipped for it, especially not space heaters. And I know space heaters come with like plenty of warnings and stuff. I just didn't.
One time
I didn't follow.
Yeah, one time when I used to work in this call center. And I plugged the space heater because it was cold in there up into like where so we had like a whole wall. It was a strip for the whole wall. I plugged it up, turned it on medium. It said do 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 do. So everybody on my wall computer went down. I'm talking about it's open enrollment. It's like it's our Super Bowl. It's like in November. It's like I'm talking about like thousands of calls a minute. They was like, who put the space heater in? I'm like,
who did that?
Right. Just now, inconsiderate. Who would do that? Just bring a blanket. Gee.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
No, those space heaters. What's in them? What's
ceramic? In them? That's that ceramic. They heat up real quick. Yeah. Okay. And it don't take much to heat up. So I don't know.
It almost heat everything up in here. For real.
Right. But hey Siri, play
I'm Grateful.
On Fire by okay.
No, I almost had a hot dog.
That's a black dog though, because he was like, he saw that, he said, I'm gonna stay over here.
Yeah, it's almost like he stepped over and was like, "I'm going to the back. I don't know what you're gonna do, but
I don't know
clearly
what
you
you gonna
tweaking up
do.
here."
I got to
Right?
go. Okay, got to go.
Yep. But I'm
Yeah, that's
grateful. It wasn't worse.
yes. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. Yes, that is
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Um, yeah. So yeah, my weekend was cool. We just had some. I'm trying to think. We had some friends over. We had some neighbors over on Friday night, and I feel like what? Oh, I did a graduation shoot. Did a graduation shoot on Saturday.
Oh,
That was really
nice.
nice. Shout out to the people getting their masters and whatnot. Mastered it.
Mm.
Graduate that.
Masters.
Yeah,
Was that the
yeah.
theme?
Kind of, sorta. I got to do a little bit
Oh,
of
God.
a little bit of Canva editing. Put graduate.
Graduate. Dang,
Graduate
if it was
that.
like 2028, that would have really been wow.
Yeah, that's a double, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was cool. Nothing too crazy this weekend. Nothing too crazy this weekend. So, our last
Good.
episode, yeah. Sometimes you need those kind of weekends.
Wait, quick.
Um,
Give me a song before you
I'm about
go.
to. I'm
Give me a
I'm gonna go
song.
into it.
Okay.
So our last episode, we were talking about songs that we listen to, shows that we watch, and stuff like that. Mine is Don Toliver's Octane album. So good. I'm gonna say TMU is my favorite. It's called Turn Me Up, but it's short for TMU because that's what the kids are doing. A lot of
Mm.
acronyms. We was doing acronyms too.
Don't even get me to start talking about the kids because the we were doing acronyms. They just kind of shorten the word and
Okay.
put a S. And
Can you give
sometimes
us
I'm
an
like,
example?
like if the word is doors, they just put DRS, and I'm like, the Department of Rehabilitation Services.
Is that what you think they're referring to?
Like,
Open the
because I
DRS.
that listen, that is an acronym. That's not a word. So
Right.
don't use that.
Yeah.
But
And just
I'm
spell it out.
clearly
It's two more.
outdated.
It's two more letters. What I mean, what? How much time are you
You're
really
not
saving?
really. You're not saving time.
Yeah.
You also are. You're communicating something that you don't really mean. DRS.
Right.
Are we talking about rehab services?
when
Because
they
that's
say
where my mind goes.
when they say DRS, I don't think they're ever talking to you because I don't think they are talking about the rehabilitation services. You know what's funny in Chicago? I feel like at one point in time when they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we finna bop in the G station," just call it a gas station. It's called a gas
Yeah.
station. I'm about
Yeah.
to we about to get in my V, the car.
Yeah.
You could just say vehicle.
Yeah. I used to, when I lived in Hyde Park, I used to live by the D store, which was the Dorchester store. But I just never understood why they called it the D store. But yeah, that is definitely some Chicago stuff. Like one letter is all you're getting. The G station.
Finna
Yeah,
bop in a V
nobody
and go
does
to the G
that.
station. That's so funny.
Next to the D store.
Next to the D stuff.
No,
You know what's so
crazy.
funny? I thought you was about to say drugstore. So what does that mean for me?
Oh, yeah. You've been watching Euphoria. That's why.
Right. Right, exactly.
Not,
Well, so
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what is
My-
your song of the week?
Okay, I just have a question, and it goes with my song. Do you feel like do you feel like "Knock Yourself Out" by Jadakiss is a love song?
Is a love song? Is a love
Yeah.
song? I don't know if
Uh-huh.
it's a love song. I highly doubt that it's a love song.
I feel like there's a lot of like late 90s, 2000s music where rappers were making girl songs
Okay.
that I
can
feel
agree with
like
that.
could be like, do you feel like "Knock Yourself Out" is a girl song?
Is a girl song? Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Go back and listen to it. Go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, like he's talking to a girl.
Mm-hmm.
But
K-I double.
Yeah, it's like he's spitting game at a girl.
Okay.
And so it felt lovey to me in like
And
a
that's when he had
real
the paper towel bandana. Is that
correct.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I had to
Yes.
confirm because I wasn't sure which one. Okay, got it.
That is exactly that time. But that's my song of the week.
Okay,
It's
that's a
just
great
always
song. That's one of Pharrell's. I would argue one of his top 10 best beats for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Oh, that is him whispering.
It
On
might
the
have been the
chorus.
Neptunes, but yeah. I
That's
feel
him
like,
whispering on the chorus.
but he
Yeah.
also
Now that
did
I
a
think
beat though
about
too.
it. True.
Yeah,
True.
fire. How about that? Okay, Euphoria. Let's get into this thing. What they talking
about. Okay. So what are they talking about? So episode 3 and 4. We'll go through 3 and we'll go through 4.
Okay.
So we started out, episode 3 was titled The Ballad of Paladin. Mm-hmm. And we know that Paladin is Lori's pet bird.
Yeah.
And the episode starts out with Jules. You know, we saw a little bit of Jules at the end of episode 2, but Jules is being introduced to the life of being a sugar baby. Mm-hmm. Through her then roommate. She met this lawyer who wanted to pay her to basically rub on her nylons or stockings or whatever while he, did his thing. And then many others. It's like she worked around a little bit until she found Ellis, who was a married plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
Who seemed to be very interested in her because she's trans. Mm-hmm. But his kink was that he would wrap her in plastic wrap with like a hole so that she can barely breathe. And yeah, just weird stuff. But he is the one who is funding her lifestyle.
Yeah.
We found out because I remember I still thought maybe Cal was still dealing with her in some way. Right. But nope, it's Ellis. And Jules seems to really like the sugar baby lifestyle and decides that she is going to leave art school. So she was calling her dad to tell him that she was leaving art school, and the roommate seemed happy or like it was like this weird mischievous look about her roommate. And I think that's kind of a theme. Like there are these pairs of people that
that's good.
Someone is maybe manipulating the friendship or manipulating the the pairing. And that seemed like an early flash of what was to come, maybe with some of the other relationships that we see.
And you know what? That's interesting as you say that, because I was thinking about that with Maddie and Cassie. As well. And Alamo and Rue.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I didn't put that together. That's really
and
good.
Cassie and Nate. And then Lexi and Jules. And it's a lot.
This web keeps getting bigger and bigger. Also, I would like to add, I got a cousin who is a really great artist, and he went to art school. And I remember him saying, he was like, he got his bachelor's, and he said, if you want to be an artist, just draw. Like in Sister Act 2. If you all you do is think about singing, baby, you a singer.
Yeah. You are a singer.
But yeah, he was like, you don't need to go to art school to be an artist. It just teaches you art history. And and also it depends on what you want to do. If you want to be an art teacher traditionally in the schools, you have to go. You have to, for sure.
That makes sense. But the natural gift is being able to produce the art.
Yeah, if you want to be an artist, you draw. That's what you do. Mm-hmm, you spend time drawing, because then you have this. It's kind of getting off on a tangent a little bit, but I just want to say this is like sometimes you'll find people who are like naturally gifted, but maybe they don't do anything really with it except for what they're able to do easily. and then you got people that work hard at it, and they surpass those who are naturally gifted. And so,
yeah, in sports we say talent beats hard work when talent
hard work
hard
beats
work
talent when
beats
talent don't want
talent
to
when
work hard.
talent don't work hard.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
It's been a long day.
It's been whew. Yeah. So my first question is, what do you think Jules is like looking for in these men? Do you think she's looking for
love
just
in all the wrong places? I think so.
Actually,
looking for love. I don't know if she's looking for love, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting, like when you get stable. You know, money is really something, and not only stable, but it's like, wait a minute, all I gotta do is this, and then I get like my rent paid. That's basically what she said. And then it kind of gives you, I don't know, it kind of starts chipping away at your morals if you really don't know who you are and how you in some really weird predicaments. Even for the end of episode 4 with Kitty, I'm getting ahead of myself, but you know, a lot those strippers and stuff, they don't want to be there. You know, I would argue most strippers and you know, they look dancers. And
I think
stuff,
it's a transient lifestyle. Like you don't want to. No one wants to be there long term.
Yeah. Passing through. I'm just kind of here.
Correct.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think she's looking for money.
You think she's looking for money?
I think she's looking for money. Yeah, like just an ease of life.
Yeah.
Because they in the earlier season showed like, you know, her childhood. I think her family had her like committed for like mental illness and stuff. Yeah. And I think she just, you know, sometimes when people have rough upbringings and like trauma, they get very me focused. And what's best for me? Money. Because then I can do whatever I want. You know, like I think that is like you said, true character is revealed when you're not worried about needs anymore, and you can just kind of operate from a place of wants and desires. And so I think Jules is just out for whoever gonna give her the most. Yeah. So we see that Rue is now selling guns. And you know, ain't nobody got more lives than that girl.
Right.
She is trying to become legit. And Alamo questions if she has a problem with what he has her doing right now.
He said, "What is legit anyway? Something that's not illegal. How about that?
Like not sticking drugs up my behind or swallowing them and pooping them out. Right, that's what I'm seeking."
Yeah.
And he says, you know, money equals power, and that's what you want. And while they're having that conversation, a pig,
not just any pig, up to that same pig.
Same pig, yeah. A big old pig too.
Yeah, a hog
is running up through the strip club. And Alamo shoots him. And
But wait. Before you go on. Yeah, before you go on, it's so funny on TikTok. They said, "I'm saying sentences that my ancestors have never said before. A hog runs into a strip club and he shoots him."
Right. And he was more mad about being called a pig than he was being called a nigga. But he shot that pig.
He sure did.
And he was very offended. And so he asked Rue, what is it that Lori actually cares about? And she reveals that she has a pet bird named Paladin, and that is what she loves more than anything. And so that's just a little foreshadowing for you. Rue and Jules go to Cassie and Nate's wedding together.
It's the big day.
It's the big day. The big day. Yes.
Huge day.
And we see before the wedding, Nate is puking. And I thought he was puking maybe from the night before his activities. And just the fact, because how old are they? Like, what would you say? They're like 22,
like 21.
23?
Well, yeah, 21? Something like that.
Like
yeah.
barely?
21, 22, something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, I just thought maybe they were out drinking, but I think maybe there was something else going on. As they are getting to their seats, Jules and Cal make eye contact. But Cal denies knowing her to his wife. We see that they still are married. And I mean, that's a ride or die. Because, whoo. And Cassie's mom is walking her down the aisle and giving her a speech about how naive she was on her wedding day and how it was a bad choice. And like, why would you do that? But I also feel like her mama might be always drunk. Didn't we? Yeah, she was in seasons 1 and 2. She was always drinking out of a bottle. Mostly wine though, but I'm sure she's drunk on the wedding day.
I mean, wine drunk is worse than beer drunk, I feel like.
Sometimes, yeah. Depends on. Because if you're drinking, what was that one that people was drinking a few years ago?
It was a
in
wine.
That red
it was
bottle.
Capriccio.
Not the Snoop Dogg one.
What you talking
Capriccio.
about? Oh, Capriccio.
Capriccio. I never.
You know what? I never had Capriccio, but I will raise your Capriccio to a what was it, the double XL bottle, the wine or XL, whatever. I drunk that. I said, "Oh, this is liquor. This ain't wine.
Yeah.
This is
That's
liquor. This is whiskey." I said, "Bro, it's no way they're marketing this as wine. What are y'all talking about?" Yeah.
I would love to know the percentages on that. I saw a girl on TikTok.
That's like 16%.
Gotta be a girl on TikTok. She was like doing a breathalyzer, and so she tested it.
Yeah, I saw that too.
With the cut, 2 cut waters put you over the limit. Crazy.
Yeah.
And she was slurring and everything. I'm like, whoa, that happened fast. That's why I don't fool with them.
16% on the double XL wines.
Crazy,
that's crazy,
right?
Mango, pineapple, strawberry. That's hilarious. Okay, continue.
Don't they got a blueberry?
I mean, they probably they got everything at Benny's. I found that gin that you was talking. Anyway, why is it? This is my question that I'm asking. Why is it that don't nobody got no clothes on at this wedding? Is it because it's California?
Oh yeah, everybody naked. Yeah, Maddie came up in there with some strings wrapped around her, and Jules wasn't too far behind. She really wasn't. She had like the whole side. Like, don't public service announcement. When I get married,
right?
Nobody, you're gonna be leaving up out of there like how they did that girl on Soul Food when she was dancing with Birdman. Get up out of here.
Cause who friend was that? Who friend was who?
Why are you here?
That was a lot. That was a lot.
Yeah, they were scantily clad up in there for sure.
Yeah.
While there, they cut to another scene. Alamo calls Lori about a pickup. Alamo calls Rue saying like you gotta go get a pickup from Lori. Rue has to leave the wedding so she can go handle her drug business. Mm-hmm. Back at the reception, Cal is giving a speech, and honestly, I was scared. I thought he was going to say something real crazy because clearly, he has a propensity to do so.
Wait, before we get there, though, when I was looking at the wedding party when they were walking down the aisle, I was like, oh, they got a small wedding party, 3 and 3. Is that just a black thing to have like a big, huge wedding party?
I do think we tend to be generous because we got to get like our blood siblings. Yeah. We got to get some cousins.
Chosen family.
We ain't even got to friends yet. And then you got a god sister or 7.
A god sister or 7 is crazy.
They add up quickly.
Yeah.
So I've heard.
Yeah. I've gotten quotes for taking pictures of weddings. I'm like, how many in your wedding party? 24. 24. It's like 12 and 12. Yeah, 12.
I mean, that is a lot of personalities to try to get on one.
A lot of the same dresses.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, but what did they have? They had in Euphoria like 3 or 4.
It was 3 and 3. I looked at it. I was like, wow, that looks small. Because I always think about the whole wedding party, the group. And I was like, man, they could, it's right here. They right there with it. I'm like, usually it's like, whoa, you know.
You ain't even got to turn your phone to the side.
Yeah, you just right here with it. You can post this straight to Instagram right now. Right.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah, where am I? Okay. So, yeah, Cal's giving his speech.
Giving a toast, yeah.
Cal and Jules meet at the bar. And they have a brief discussion about their history together. We find out that Cal did not get in trouble for his crimes with Jules, but there was a different video.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And that conversation kind of felt like there was a little closure. Like Jules walking away felt like symbolic for that chapter being done.
Her taking her life back?
I hope so. I wouldn't quite call it that because she's still getting wrapped up in plastic. But
maybe not that.
Maybe not that far.
But this chapter is close.
Yeah. And then Nate's mom gives her speech. And during her speech, she said that Nate used to bring the wrong girls home in the past, which clearly she was talking about Maddie.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you see like this look in Maddie's eyes where I feel like she might actually be jealous of Cassie just in this moment at the wedding.
At the wedding, yeah.
Now, I don't know who would be really jealous of Cassie considering all that comes into her life or goes into her life.
Right.
But in that moment, she looked a little jealous.
Yeah.
While the reception is going on, is it Naz or Nas?
Nasim.
Nasim comes over and threatens Nate. Wow, Nate is sitting at the head table at his wedding. And it's like, where's my money? Yeah. And Nate don't really have no answers for him. And so it gets ugly eventually. But Cassie overhears this. Cassie and Lexi have a talk. We know they're sisters. And Cassie just has this look in her eyes, like literally.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they sisters.
I forgot about
See, they Roy Dale and Albus and my grandmother. But Cassie and Lexi are talking, and like Cassie has this look where like tears are welling up in her eyes, but she's like, "I'm fine. It's the happiest day of my life."
Eyes red, super red.
Just can't even.
Yeah.
Like, and we understand why in a couple of scenes. Yeah. Nate and Cassie do their dance, and they both looking crazy because Cassie still got that stupid look on her face where she about to cry, and Nate is just like a stuck Ken Barbie with a smile on his face. But meanwhile, the wheels is turning like crazy about how he gonna get this money. So the neighbor finds out.
This was a rather suggestive dance. I was like, y'all doing all this?
I mean,
it's Euphoria. What do you expect?
Right, I was gonna say, I'm shocked that they was look at them freaks getting busy on the dance floor because they damn near. The neighbor knows now that Nate owes some money. She overheard that. Mm-hmm. And she's upset because they were investors in this project that Nate was working on. And I guess they gave like a lot of their savings. And she's pissed about it. And Cassie is just like, girl, what they got to do with me?
What they got to do with me?
Huh?
You was practicing on your aunt.
Right.
That is funny.
So Cassie comes over and she is screaming at Nate about lying about his money and how much he has or whatever. This now again is still at the wedding. So obviously this is like extra drama sprinkled on top, because if this is happening at the wedding, wow. But while she's doing that, she had a bottle of champagne in her hand, the cork pop, bust Nate in the eye. And then they get in the limo and they kiss and everything's fine.
Right.
After this whole big scene is made. So yeah. Switching to the other scene, Rue and Bishop. Bishop, who I was like, he looked familiar. Judas and the Black Messiah.
Okay.
You remember him from that?
I
I think
don't.
he
I only
played.
saw it one time though. So
Oh yeah,
one time was enough for me.
he was in there. He was dirty in there, but they got to Lori's house. And they tell Lori basically that they need to test the drugs moving forward because remember Trish, whatever her name, Trish passed from overdosing on the drugs that they got before. They're testing the drugs while that's happening. Bishop drops a little pill in the bird's water, and I was like, "Oh no!
Is you rolling,
Oh,
bird? I might be,
no.
bird. I might be."
Why would you do that to the
You
birdie?
look geeked up.
Not my mama bird.
Not my mama bird, Gina.
Yes, and he was so slick with it.
He was super slick. He took that feather, he put it in his fro. That's what I came for.
That was just like just a little extra piece on top to say, yeah, I did it, and I'm walking out of here with a feather to prove
I'm
it.
up out of
Crazy.
Here. Yeah. Well, that was his cover to try to get up out of there.
They slick if they ain't nothing else.
Yeah,
I don't want that kind of life.
Yeah,
at all.
Because wait, it's funny that you say that because even when the inbred family was talking about maybe we should kidnap Rue, they was talking about it like they was going to Chipotle. What are you talking about? Yeah. It was like, yeah, maybe we should kidnap her. And then Lori was like, yeah, well, I do miss her. What? Yeah, y'all living in the
they all life. Crazy. Yeah. And are they all on drugs or are they just dealing?
I think they're just dealing, but I don't think they're the brightest dealers in the world. So,
they are pretty tough though.
They're super tough. I think that I'll keep it to myself. But yeah, I don't think they are.
That's for offline. Okay. Cassie and Nate get back home after their wedding, and Nas and he got some friends with him. Okay.
A friend. They come in. That was one dude.
I thought it was another one that was like standing by the door.
I think it was just
but
one
only
dude.
You're probably right. It felt like it was 50 of them.
Right, exactly. Okay? Yeah. How many of it is y'all? It's just me. Just me.
Just me and you. And they beat the brakes out of Nate.
He got the pumpkin head special for sure. Ground.
For sure he got a pumpkin head. Cassie just got one swift, knocked to the ground and her nose was bleeding. She freaking out. Oh my God.
Right.
Look at my face. Right. Meanwhile, Nate getting dragged up and down the stairs like beat to a bloody pulp. And then they cut his toe off.
Cut the pinky toe. Which so did.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They wasn't playing with him.
Nah, they wasn't playing.
And he owes them a lot of money. And so that was evidence that like they not gonna stop till they get their money.
Don't stop till
last you get scene enough.
Yeah.
Funny. Last scene of episode 3, Rue gets pulled over. They in
by the regular cops, right? By some security guards.
The DEA.
By the DEA.
The DEA. The DEA pulled her over. And I wonder if that was who was watching her. Remember when she took old girl to the chopping factory? And somebody was outside of what's the place she took it to? Like it was supposed to be like a mental institution, I believe. A rehab.
No, it's supposed to be rehab, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And somebody was sitting out there watching. I wonder if that was them watching her from that early on. But clearly they've been watching her and they pulled her over. And last scene, Paladin kicked the bucket on them folk.
Yeah, because DEA don't come like any of those institutions. They don't come unless they got a lot on you.
Yeah, the
ATF,
alphabet.
DEA, FBI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, alphabet boys don't come just on a whim. On a whim.
And I'm grateful for that as a taxpayer. Cause don't be rolling up on people for a little bag of weed. But that was episode 3.
Did you wait before we go to episode 4? Okay, so when
Mm-hmm.
DEA came, do you feel like she was going to be a snitch? Was that your like not recommendation, but did you see that coming? Like, oh, she gonna be a
Okay.
snitch.
Because it was episode 3, I'm like, how are they going to draw this out? So only because of that, I was like, she's gonna have to cooperate in some kind of way. Like I had saw in a trailer her sitting with the police. But again, like I said at the beginning, Rue has a way of wiggling out of crazy situations. So I don't know that I thought snitch right away. Somebody pointed out that during one of the earlier episodes, there was a little rat that ran underneath a table or something. And that maybe
Indicative
was
of Rue.
foreshadowing.
Right.
Yeah, Rue. And what the life she was about to get into.
Listen, when she got pulled over and he said DEA, I knew she was gonna be a snitch immediately, because they love to throw
Yeah.
crazy numbers at you, and I'm like, she's not the mastermind. They know that,
No.
so they know that she's 20 something, early 20s girl that's just it got caught in the middle of some stuff, and they gonna flip her. So episode 4,
And flip her they did.
and flip her they
Episode
did.
4, Kitty liked to dance. So we pick up with Rue being held by the DEA, being questioned. Well, actually, before that, they searched her car, and she's sitting in the back of the police car, just like knowing that they about to find something up in there. When they get to the police station, they tell her that they only found a small amount of weed, and she's like, "Whoo, yes, I'm in the clear."
Right.
And
Girl,
we
no, you
know
ain't.
that police, that's their favorite thing to do. That's their pleasure, is to lie. And so eventually they show her that they got more than just that little bag of weed. They start asking her questions about Lori and about her time going in and out of Mexico, across the border.
Yeah.
She lies, of course. She said she don't know Lori. They asked her, and she was like, "Wait, the monotone lady? Like, girl, you
She
know
kind of
Lori. You
talks
just
like
left Lori."
this. Right, exactly.
And then with Mexico, she said that she wasn't sure she had ever been to Mexico. And then they produced pictures of her in Mexico talking to
In
somebody from the
Mexico.
cartel. So
She said, I thought this was a hypothetical picture. I thought you ain't had it. She was like, I lied.
Right. Just like they lied about that bag of weed, girl.
Exactly.
They are lying to you.
They are lying.
And like you said, they start sharing numbers.
5
like
years,
a 5-year
20 years,
minimum.
20 years.
That's another 20. That's another 20.
Woo.
And I think when them numbers is coming at you, a lot
you
of
said,
people.
now hold on, and then carry the 2.
Okay, I'm 20.
So 70 years.
Yeah. And so they give her the options to either go to jail or be an informant for them.
Yeah.
And she chooses to be an informant. I don't even know that she chose that. That was just kind of forced on her, but I don't think she was going to choose going to jail.
Exactly.
And so they swap out the drugs that she have for like sugar pills and for like laxatives or whatever, which that's crazy. Dang. People is not signing up for that kind of night.
Well, you kind of are though.
they signed up for a different kind of night.
Yeah. Well,
no, true. We are introduced to Kitty, who is a new stripper, who is maybe is that just the protocol? They have to like do all that up in front of Alamo. I don't know.
Yeah,
but Rue comes back obviously with a lot on her mind because this app has been put on her phone that
Yeah.
allows her to communicate directly with the DEA about things and allows them to communicate directly with her, which is
Yeah.
more dangerous.
Yeah. And there's a
She
bug on that
she
too.
yeah, yeah. Um, it was cute that her picture on her phone was of Fez. Did you notice that?
I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice that.
Yep. R.I.P. And
Yeah,
she gives
RP.
those baby drugs to Big Eddie.
Kadeem? Oh yeah. Dwayne Wayne?
Yeah, Dwayne. That is who he will always be.
Right.
Um, we go over to Nate and Cassie's, and we see that Nate's toe has been reattached. And Cassie is helping him, I guess, clean the wounds.
Yeah.
And he has become very reflective about this injury
A
that he's
beating to do
going
that
through.
to you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Pumpkinhead will have
Right.
you reconsidering a lot about your life.
Right.
He says that the toe is like an analogy for his life, and he's picking up the pieces and
Right.
reattaching them and all of this stuff. And Cassie like, mm-hmm.
And right. She said, so the toe was us.
Right. Right. And he also discloses that he owes $1 million
And it's
to
getting bigger
Nas.
by the week.
Correct. And that's just one toe.
Right.
Next time,
Right.
I only can imagine that it's getting worse from there. So Cassie leaves the house with Maddie, and she says she is ready to work. Now, what do you think she means by being ready to work? What do you think her motivation is?
Oh, she finna ramp up this OnlyFans business to show that she's a
I'm,
provider and earner.
you think it's for Nate?
Yeah, to get Nas off get him off his back. Get them, get him off their back. That's what I
So
thought
you think she
initially.
really cares about this marriage?
That's what I thought initially, but then as the episode continued, I was like, okay, girl, well, I don't think you're really doing this for y'all. I think you must have doing this for you. Like, that's what I thought
I don't
initially.
know. Yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. I think Cassie is just a sad character because
Mm-hmm.
the way that she even was at her own wedding, maybe she loved Nate, but I don't know that she knows what love is. I think she is just as lost as she want to be
Yeah,
and
yeah,
seeking eyes on her. And
yeah,
she's in the right hands because Maddie gonna put her in the right places in order to
yeah.
do that, whether her motivation is to help her or to hurt her. I
Mm-hmm.
think she has the
Mm-hmm.
access to be able to give her what she wants.
Yeah. You know how like sometimes like when you first get in a relationship and like you're smitten and like you see all of this stuff like if that person is not for you and you're like, so like that could either you could make up stuff in your mind and still be with them, or
Mm-hmm.
you could like kind of like fall out of love or fall out of like and stuff. And so at this point, I don't know. Like I said, I think she still loves Nate, but I don't know if she's like falling out of, like a love with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
she's like just I'm a focus on myself. I thought that initially she was like, okay, I'm finna go make this money and bring it back to you, so we could pay off Nas. I guess only time will tell.
Yeah. Mm. So yeah, she's getting a makeover. She's going from suburbs to the city, and we know Maddie's gonna work her magic.
Yeah.
Jules gets contacted by Lexi to work on an art proposal.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what is the word I'm looking for?
Commission.
Commission.
Mm-hmm.
And she paints this photo that give her the inspiration behind what they want. She paints the photo, and ultimately it's a bunch of people outside with breasts and penises. And so the people are like, okay, well, can you just put some clothes on the people, or can you
Loaves
cover
of
it up
bread,
with some
perhaps.
bread? Right. Because we want to stay with the picnic theme.
Right.
But we just can't have all the penises there.
Right. And we are a network
And
television show. So,
yeah,
we
we're up
can't.
against some censorship.
Right.
This ain't gonna work.
This ain't gonna work.
And they mention that Jules is trans. I'm not sure that the people knew that she was trans, but it's almost like they blame it on her being a trans woman. And they end up pushing the project for another week, which we find out is a very expensive mistake that Lexi is kind of being held accountable for, because she is the one who brought Jules to the table. And Lexi is someone that is not used to making a lot of mistakes. So I wonder how this is really going to impact her, especially considering, because they really didn't touch on this anymore after this scene. What Jules decides to do, again, they give her an extension, and instead of her improving based on their feedback, she decides to, kind of paint over it and then draw a big old penis in red on the front.
Right. Leaving an indelible penis.
Yeah. Yes. Why do you think Jules is reacting this way?
Because she's Gen Z. No. I do feel like artists I do feel like some artists can be so in their head, they could be kind of like out their head. It's like, bruh, if you're getting paid all this money from you're messing up a relationship that you could have for a long time because you don't want to listen, and some artists can really be like that. It's like, my art is my art. And it's like, bruh, we know that you talented. That's why we hired you. But can you just dial it back just a little bit though,
Yeah, there are parameters in almost everything that you do.
You just got to learn not to take it so personal. Like, I remember I was taking pictures for like a happy hour, and their feedback was, we don't want any candid pictures. We want pose pictures. We want group pictures. We want, hey, please say cheese, everything like that. And I kind of got in my head like, but I had to realize, what did they say? They didn't say anything about the quality of the pictures. All they said was, we don't want candid pictures.
Yeah.
And that's just that's the only thing they said. So all artists out there, everybody is not out to get you. You're talented, but that will be your downfall, your pride.
Everything is not personal, but as you say that, I do think that Jules felt the critique that she was receiving was personal because of who she is, right? Like, remember she said, remember she said, they said, cover up the penis. She said, but the breasts are okay. So like, just that, like, juxtaposition of like, oh, you want this to be covered up, but you okay with this.
But then the funny part is, she said, how about no nudity at all?
Yeah.
So we're not singling out. We're not singling out the penis. We need the breast covered too. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's another thing. I feel like because they are so young, it's like, okay, you didn't listen to everything that she just said. She said, yes, cover up the penis, but also cover up the breast too. So I'm not being like selective or anything like that. This is nothing towards you. But again, when you like listening to respond instead of listening to actually comprehend.
Say it again.
When you're listening, my sister, when you're listening to respond and not listening to comprehend, you're going to find yourself in a world of trouble, huh?
It's never going to be good.
No.
Whew. So who knows how much money Jules is just missing out on just because she decided to react this way. But it seems like that situation is relationships. Yes.
That's even worse.
Yep.
That surgeon, that plastic surgeon could drop dead tomorrow.
And what you gonna do, girl? Go back to your roommate. You ain't
and
gonna be in school no
going
more.
retail scale, going retail sales, which they hated.
Yep. Yep. Next scene, Lori is burying her bird.
Yeah. What's on your bird?
And
The casket.
because it is a thing. Rue gets a call from the DEA where they are ordering her to set up a deal between Alamo and Lori, and she like, they just kill her bird.
Right, what you want me
Are
to
you
do?
crazy?
Yeah.
How do you think I'm supposed to do this? And they like, I don't know, but you want to go to jail?
Right.
And so she is trying to find other options, or like, what if I can do this? What if I can give you somebody else? They want this.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of goes into like panic mode. Side note, I watched a video on this. So I guess there's rumors that Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney have a beef with each other, and there was kind of a refusal to do scenes together.
Scenes together, like Martin
Yeah.
And Gina.
In season 5, the worst season. And so this was the first scene where the two of them were together. And so someone said maybe, and I'm gonna rewatch it, maybe it was like a CGI, or maybe they really, maybe it's not, maybe those are just rumors. But Rue goes to find Maddie and just says, I need some drugs. And Lexi is just like sitting back watching Maddie take these pictures and like be a pimp basically of her sister. They got this leaf blower where they trying to like blow her hair, make her look crazy, sexy or whatever. Here come Rue asking for drugs. She like, what is wrong with y'all? Is everybody just corrupt around here?
Right.
And yes, they are.
And I think that $140,000 mistake was still very fresh on her head. So she's like, yeah, I made this huge mistake at work, and now I'm surrounded by this chaos of what y'all got going on.
Yeah. And Cassie gets a new apartment, which happens to be across the pool from Lexi.
Yeah.
So she's
like, great.
She can really see all of the stuff that's happening with Cassie as she is delving into this new life.
Yeah.
Now, what's unrealistic to me is like, so you just moved out of your marital home?
Yeah, exactly. Pawned your ring, got an apartment. Yeah.
Crazy. You should have gave that money. You should have pawned that ring and gave that money straight to Nate, because he needs to start knocking off some of this debt.
She like that $3,000 ring ain't gonna put a dent in the $1 million debt that he owes.
True. No, you're right. You're right. Nate is at like a zoning commission hearing and claiming that this new mission that he has is a holy mission, and that is all it is all done with these great intentions, and like he's gonna be helpful, and he is good now. To the point where his initial request was denied. He is begging, literally got down on his knees to beg, because he is being good. Do you believe him?
No. He's desperate.
Final answer.
Right.
No, right. No, you're right.
He's just desperate to just get it done, really.
Whatever it's
and he will say anything. Exactly. He will say whatever it takes to get it done. Yeah.
Yeah. He almost was believable.
Yeah.
But I feel you on that.
Desperation to do that, though.
Yeah. Rue is back at the Silver Slipper, and Alamo is like, you look terrible. You look like a rat. And so obviously she is like pooping her pants. But
when they're playing poker.
Yeah. And they were playing poker during that scene. That was a good scene.
Yeah, it was a good scene. Yeah.
And she tells him that she had a slip up and she was using again, and that is why she looks as distraught as she does, but we know that she is under a high level of stress from, again, being an informant for the DEA.
Right.
So, yeah. Cassie and Maddie go to an influencer party. Remember, we trying to get Cassie on. She got to get in front of the right people. So their goal for the night is to get her a selfie with this particular influencer that will be there at the party. Maddie tells her, don't be bumping and grinding.
Exactly.
Okay.
Make him think.
You just need, give him all of everything except for that.
Right. Yeah.
And she seems to agree, but she got in that environment, right?
I thought it was gonna go awry for a second though. When they went upstairs to do the coke.
Oh, I was scared.
Yeah,
I was scared.
Right.
Yeah, she started out good. It seemed like she was working a room or whatever, and then she got an opportunity to go up with Caitlin, who, remember, that was the girl that Maddie was managing at the beginning of the series.
Oh,
Same girl.
Yep. Same girl. Okay, got it.
Yep. So they go to the room with Brandon, the three of them, and Cassie's like, I love coke. And so they're like, okay, good. We got something for you, girl.
Right, we do
and too. She uses it and she just started tweaking. She looked crazy.
Right. Right.
Do you think that was her first time?
I was thinking about that. I think that was her first time, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, her reaction was like,
right, like the person she had coffee.
This when you insert that picture from earlier.
Right.
For real.
Right, exactly.
And Maddie is banging on the door, trying to get Cassie out of there because she knows where she is, and I think she knows Cassie will give up them draws if it's gonna give her an edge, even though she was told not to. And so she bangs on the door. Someone with a camera comes, and they like, "Oh, we finna go viral, whatever." And do you think this was all by design? Like, do you think they planned that?
I think it was. Or do you think Cassie was? I think it was kind of
that is timing. Like the best timing.
Yeah. I think Cassie is a little bit smarter than she lets on. Which, I mean, if you look at like, you know, Kim Kardashian or like Paris Hilton, amongst other things, you know, like the right skin color and everything like that. But being ditzy and stuff like that can actually work in your favor because people underestimate you all the time. You know?
Yeah. So soon as they bursted in, the camera went on Cassie and she was like, I'm Cassie, follow me at blah, 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 blah. Right when they was about to, you know, do the do.
Right.
With a little coke on the side. Back at the strip club, Kitty is getting a train ran on her. Yeah. And Rue is watching it from the security cameras.
Yeah.
And it makes me obviously feel bad for Kitty, but I feel bad for Rue because I think her heart is beginning to show up. I think it has very few times in this series overall, but it seems like in this season, the first girl, Trish, that passed away, then Angel, and now Kitty, like she is connecting to these girls in a different way, where she don't want to see them hurt. Yeah, she gonna give them drugs, but that's part of their job. But she doesn't like, you know, some of the things. And so,
and it's also easier to show up like that when you're sober. In the other seasons, she was blasted all the time. So her heart didn't. She was out for herself, you know. Yeah,
people were probably more feeling like that about her,
right? Exactly.
Than her being even able to see in front of her. But she goes to check on Kitty afterwards in the bathroom, and old girl with the neck brace is in the stall and
with
hears
the bedazzled neck brace at that.
Right. And is it even real? Is she just wearing that for the sake of wearing it, or does she have a neck injury? I'm not sure.
I don't think she really has a neck injury, but I think she's going through a lawsuit right now or something. So they don't want. I think that she's being proactive just in case the people. What did you say earlier? The rehabilitation, the Department of Rehab, unless those same people come in and they see that she ain't got no neck braces, she's spinning on her head down the pole.
Yeah,
at least the neck
yeah.
brace is like, well, no, I barely can work, but I
Like
still got a
some
good
ain't
pole.
right,
Yeah,
but I still got to look good. So I
right,
added a little
exactly.
diamonds on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she overheard that. Rue asks Kitty, "Is anyone forcing you to work here?"
Mm-hmm.
And so she runs back and tells Big Eddie. And Rue goes in there. An argument ensues. So Rue had left her phone back in that back office.
Right.
And so Big Eddie looked at it, but I don't think he was able to get in it or do anything with it or see anything.
No,
Or what do you
but
think?
no. I think he was like, so his next line was, "You broke one of my rules, which was you was in here when I wasn't in here. So like, what was you
Right.
doing on your phone? Why was you even in here? You know?"
Right.
Because I'm thinking, wait, hold
Yeah.
on. When Kitty was there, did he come in? He came in and saw Rue looking on the video, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because he
So
was like,
he was in there by
is she doing her
herself.
thing?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I think that made him more suspicious when Magic was like, something not right with her or whatever. So he's like,
Mm-hmm.
forget that she was surveilling Kitty. Why was you in here? Because now I got
Right.
another witness to be like, you ain't right. So what you want? And I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
very risky that the DEA actually called, because what if he would have been like, put it on speaker, which I would have did
That's what
then.
I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like,
Crazy.
if they tell her to put this phone on speaker, they finna kill her.
Right, exactly. So luckily
But yeah, he
he didn't
not
make
only
him.
did he let her pick it up, he let her walk out the room.
Yeah.
Because so they told her like discredit. Oh girl, she just told him this
Mm-hmm.
about you. And I think she said that she think that she is an informant or something, right?
Or
Or just
snitch,
something's not
yeah.
right with you. Yeah,
Yeah,
snitch.
something.
Yeah, a snitch.
And you know what? Maybe because he had been working with Rue, he didn't really like take it to heart, because that's a very
Right.
serious accusation. And if I see that, I don't know. Maybe he just had a soft heart. I don't know. Cause yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but while they're doing all that arguing, I think Rue put the drugs in, what's her name? Silva? No, Magic. She
Magic.
put the drugs in Magic's locker because that was her accusation again to discredit
Mm-hmm.
her. Like you don't have the drugs, you have the drugs, whatever. And while they're doing that, some robbers show up, kick in the door, waving the fofo. And Eddie, so they're looking for the safe, and Eddie is
Yeah.
trying to hold it down.
Mm-hmm.
They
He
threatened
did
to
a really
shoot
great
both.
job.
He did for a while,
As much
right?
as he could.
Yeah, and they threatened to shoot both Rue and
Magic.
Magic. But eventually they end up shooting Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
And he only says where the safe is.
But yeah, behind the picture, yep.
Yeah, but they got up out of there, and Rue calls, what's his name, Bishop, and
Mm-hmm.
she like, we have to get him to a hospital, whatever. They like, no, rewind the tapes. Like, we
Right.
need to know who did this or whatever. I'm like,
Right.
this man is bleeding out. Can
Bleeding
someone
out.
help him?
Yeah.
But when they're on the tape, they see that there was a woman driving a car, and I thought it was Lori, but then when they showed them lips, that was Faye.
It's fake, yeah.
And so they know now that those are Lori's people that came up in there.
Mm-hmm.
And dun dun dun, what's gonna be
Right.
next?
Yeah.
And what role is Rue gonna play in it? What are your predictions?
What are my predictions? Man. Okay, for Rue, I thought, honestly, I thought that so like when Rue had went to the apartment complex, I thought that she was trying to set Alamo up. Maybe not at the apartment complex, but that's why she was asking for the drugs, because whoever Maddie was going to give her, she was just going to get him to the DEA. But before that, I thought she was going to give Alamo up. I think that she's not that dumb. I don't think she is going to give Alamo up. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Because I think Alamo actually will protect her.
You think that? I don't think that. I don't think that at all.
I think he not if he knew she was a snitch. No, but like, I think he cares about her. Like, he don't want her to get back on drugs because there's something that is endearing about her to him.
That she can make money.
But yeah. I mean, but he was gonna blow her head off in episode 1.
Exactly.
So, but how much time? Maybe they've spent a lot of quality time together, and they've learned to like each other a little bit more.
Man, see, this is why we.
I don't know. I'm
in
just
the streets. I don't.
Correct, because I would be trusting everybody.
I mean, he said that he was gonna give me the money. I don't know what happened. That's what he said. I don't know.
Yeah, then he said he was gonna go get something to eat.
Right.
And I said, bring me back something.
Right.
And now
exactly.
We ain't seen him. But I know where his mama lives. No, I'm kidding.
What are your predictions?
Yeah, so that's episode. Oh, okay. I think that unfortunately Big Eddie is going to go on to be with the Lord.
Yeah.
And that is going to send Alamo into a crazy fit. I think it's gonna get. Go ahead. No, come on.
I don't think that if Big Eddie dies, I don't think that'll send him into a crazy fit. I think them going into the strip club and thinking that they could take from Alamo will send him in a crazy fit. But not because Big Eddie died, though.
Dang, he's just ruthless.
Yeah, he ruthless.
No, you about right. You about right on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Rue is going to be in a really, really nasty position. And somehow I feel like Cassie is going to get mixed up in it too.
You think Cassie?
Like,
you think so?
I don't know. I feel like they have to connect them in some way soon. Like, you can't have these completely separate storylines going on for too long.
Yeah. That's interesting. I thought they would.
Or maybe Maddie. I don't know.
I also think that Lexi will join OnlyFans.
Oh. Yeah, because she was like, who's Bad Baby?
Making how much? Yeah, especially because of this mistake. This is a really big mistake at work. Like,
she gonna try to make that up.
I don't know if she's gonna try to make it up, but I think if she's thinking like, well, I could just make all this money by myself. I don't even have to worry about this network at all, and I could just do this over here, because I'm better than Cassie. I don't know. I think that is going to happen in the future, though.
I really want to believe that she is the innocent one and remains that way. But
it's Euphoria, girl.
Yeah, I know anybody can get it. So I don't know. But I'm sticking beside it. Right. It is getting weird. It's getting heavy, but we're here now.
Yeah.
So
episode 3 was probably my favorite out of all of the episodes so far. Episode 4 was good too, really? But episode 3 when Nate got beat up, because didn't Nate, who beat up Cal in one of the early seasons? Wasn't it Nate that he beat up?
It was Nate. Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, this is a little bit of a karma coming back to you. He beat him up real bad.
And he beat up somebody at the party too.
Oh yeah. He had a lot of rage.
Yeah.
So
and now he's just supposed to be a good person.
Well, the beat down sometimes that'll do that to you. Like, you know what? I don't
Yeah.
want to beat nobody up no more,
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that
Well,
was Euphoria seasons 3. I mean, episodes 3 and 4.
season 3, episode 3 and
3
4.
and 4. Okay, cool. So yeah, put out your predictions in the comments. We would
Predictions.
love to know. Are you watching it? Are you feeling it this season? Let us know.
Yeah,
Let
what
us
are
know
your
in the
true thoughts
comments.
on it?
Yeah.
People that are not stuck watching it because we have to cover it here. I want to know how y'all feel about it. Like, are you happy tuning in on Sunday? Or are you reluctant?
Right, exactly.
No,
Most of the people I
I'm
talk
watching
to
on
is
Sunday though.
reluctant. Oh, do
Yeah, I
you?
think maybe are we aging out of the demographic that is
Of what?
for of
Um,
this show?
I don't
I
think
would
so.
not want my teenager watching this show.
Oh no, not at all. No,
Yeah,
not
but
not even a little bit.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, take us out,
But
Nay.
all right, well, hey, don't do coke
I mean,
and
yeah, just don't even do it.
just don't and don't get involved with the DEA and then have to do all the things to protect your neck. But do protect your neck,
Do protect
just
your
not
neck.
from all of the federal agencies. And we'll be back next week. We'll see y'all soon.
Whoop de whoop. Bye.
Bye.